Boston Marathon, Wisconsin runners returning home.
Flights from Boston have already arrived in Milwaukee, and Angelica Duria joins us now live at Mitchell International Airport, waiting on those emotional reunions.
Yeah, and last night a few of them returned home, and it was very emotional for them, as you can imagine. Today it's also going to be the same mixture of emotions. The Boston Marathon is supposed to be a joyous occasion, especially when you cross that finish line, and now many of them are returning home with a mixture of shock, sadness, and of course relief that they are now coming home safely to their families. Now, there were 3 direct flights late last night from Boston to Wisconsin, and you can see the Wisconsin runners were very easy to spot. They were wearing their gold and blue jackets, they were wearing their medals, and the relief on their faces you can definitely notice as they ran and hugged their loved ones. 400 runners from Wisconsin competed in the Boston Marathon, many of them unharmed. Several of them actually finished before the 2 explosions. And among one of those running in the Boston Marathon was former State Assembly Speaker John Gard. He and others who returned late last night described that chaotic scene.
We had a group of Green Bay guys who were all waiting for each other to come in, and we were thankfully in this little tent right by the medical tent. So we were there for quite a while, and all of a sudden waiting for one of our guys, and didn't hear from him. So we thought, well, we'll go back, come back, and then it happened.
They were telling people to evacuate that part of the city just because they were still finding different things, and so it was good for me to get on a plane and make sure I was as far away as possible.
Some very emotional moments for those people returning late last night. They do say despite this tragedy, they also plan to run again next year as a show of support for the other runners affected by yesterday's tragedy. There are several more flights that we are expecting sometime today. One specific direct flight from Boston will be arriving here at Concourse C in about a half an hour from now, and so I'm sure they're going to share the same stories as they did yesterday. Reporting live at Mitchell International Airport, Angelica Duria, Fox 6 News.
All right, Angelica, thank you. Boston, known for having some of the best hospitals in the entire world, and they were truly put to the test following those blasts.
There are a number of level 1 trauma centers in the Boston area, and with more than 150 people wounded, those hospitals are best equipped to handle this kind of trauma. Kim's here now with medical perspective from trauma doctors in our area.